In the consumer reporting category, Division A, the judges selected this story about Zions Bank Corporation, written by Paul Beebe and Steve Overbeck for the Salt Lake Tribune. The judges cited the tremendous research and excellent reporting and the outstanding design and visual elements. In Newspaper Division B, the winner is One Man's Junk Can Be Another Man's Treasure at Yard Sales. The judges wrote, Samantha Strong noticed a significant trend and rooted out the main driver of that trend, a slumping economy where consumers are especially akin to thrift. A story in the Davis County Clipper about the Utah Telecommunication Open Infrastructure Agency, also known as Utopia, wins first place honors for Jennifer Wardell. The judges said the story had a good focus on an item of increasing importance, especially in isolated areas where some utilities may not offer high-speed digital service.
Perot's brainstormed. He never liked gimmicks or promotions.
KUER's Jenny Brudine won first place for this story about a deli using the Dow Jones average to draw in customers.
All would be right when the Dow hit 10,000.
Great use of audio, said the judges. The cuts used really builds the story and the character of the deli owner.
I just wanted to do a promotion that was so good, it made people suspicious.
A story about texting fraud is the television winner.
All you have to do is go onto a site like this one, pay a fee, and fill out a form, and then just as the site says, you can be who you want to be.
The judges called it good, enterprising consumer reporting with valuable new information.
For Best Video Editing, first place goes to Sarah Roberts for this story about cell phone spying.
And that phone secretly fed us the scoop on her every move, every text message, every phone call.
Hello? Just kind of tap into my personal life.
The judges said this story required a tremendous amount of editing, skill, and work.
And the winners for Best Medical or Science Reporting are Sarah Miley of the Tooele Transcript Bulletin for How Clean is the Great Salt Lake? An excellent examination of pollution and contamination issues of a significant body of water, said the judges, and a good service to readers regarding the lake's potential dangers. In Division B, the winner is Brittany Goodsell Jones of the Herald Journal for a story about head injuries. The judges said the story had a good narrative and made good use of direct quotes versus reported text. The judges described You Bet Your Life by Eric Peterson of the Salt Lake Weekly as a gritty, tough assessment of medical malpractice issues in Utah and the problems inherent with a large health care provider. Peterson looked at the issue from every angle. Great job in a very competitive category.
A story about goats in the hills above Camp Williams takes the first place prize for television military reporting.
It's some of the best money we spend in our fire budget.
Camp Williams' commander, Colonel Robert Dutton, says the goats are a fraction of their annual fire budgets, but get the most bang for the buck.
The judges said Alex Cabrero's story was well assembled with crisp writing and reporting. The newspaper winners are Is This America? Written by Matthew D. LaPlante of the Salt Lake Tribune. The judges said this story shines a light on an Iraqi military interpreter's struggles in America. Good, solid storytelling makes this entry stand out. In Division B, the first place winner is Todd Seifert of the Spectrum and Daily News for Remembering Pearl Harbor. The story features a woman with several family connections to the attack on Pearl Harbor. Doug Way Stands In for Afghanistan by Jamie Belknap is a Division C winner. The judges wrote, of several very fine essays in this category, this one offered an in-depth look at a very current military challenge and how the local facility helped train soldiers to meet it.
Now he will be gone for 6 months, and here are some of the moments from this morning's assembly.
The judges said Mary Richards' story about a school assembly for a principal about to be deployed to Iraq didn't need a lot of reporter setup. The use of patriotic music and the sound bites from the assembly said it all.
During this time when Mr. Miller is gone, when you go past and see this flag, know that you know somebody in the military, that you're connected to somebody who's out defending you. and who is standing up for your freedom and your pride.
For religion and values reporting, the winners are Faith Healer Gains Following in Tooele. The judges said Jamie Belknap's descriptive writing and variety of quotes puts the reader right in the pew. Feeling Ashamed, a story about obsessive-compulsive disorder by Brittany Goodsell Jones, provides an interesting insight into a little-known disorder. The judges described Can Believers Really Pass by a Beggar as an engaging, thoughtful piece that poses an important question for people of faith. Kristen Moulton's writing offered a nice balance of perspectives from people representing a variety of faith backgrounds. It causes the reader to stop and ask, what would I do?
This stand-up
This is a timeline of every court hearing these kids have been involved with.
is one of the reasons the judges chose Sarah Doloff's story about the legal problems surrounding the adoption of 2 Navajo children. It's the first-place winner in television reporting for minority issues. In radio, the winner is Jenny Brundine's story about teaching young people Shoshone in hopes of reviving a dying language.
Mo'o. What rhymes with mo'o? So'o.
Every morning, 10 Shoshone youth practice their ancestral language in this airy classroom on the University of Utah campus.
Stephen Dark from the Salt Lake City Weekly claims a Division A prize for Gone Baby Gone. The judges called it an excellent narrative. What could have been a story about paperwork was instead a story about humanity and heartache. In Newspaper Division B, the judges described the Black 14 as a commendable treatment of a significant historical event. They said Justin Crandell, Mike Curtis, and Claire Thornock Brazelton conveyed the historical facts dispassionately and thoroughly. Immigrants Are Here. A story about immigrants being overlooked in the U.S. Census is the winner in Division C. The judges said Jay Hamburger's piece took on a timely topic through the lens of a real person who helped explain the story.
In the Best Series category, the judges called Ben Winslow's stories about polygamous Ervil LeBaron a great investigative and historical 2-part series.
In Ervil LeBaron's Church of the Lamb of God, he sought to unite the polygamist groups under one banner, his. Those who stood in his way were killed.
The judges were impressed with the revealing research and background.
They put the Sopranos or the Mafia to shame.
Division A first-place honors go to The Quest for Gay Rights, written by Rosemary Winters. The judges called it an absolutely amazing series worthy of national honors in the toughest category in Division A. Homeless for the Holidays, written by Tiffany DeMasters, David DeMille, Scott Kevlar, Kevin Jenkins, and Brian Ahern, takes first place in Division B. The judges said the writers dispelled many myths regarding the homeless in a well-written and compelling story. A series about felons working at Weber State University claims first prize in Division C for Cimarron Neugebauer. Outstanding job, said the judges, a thorough piece of journalism. For radio, the winner is Tackling Texting While Driving, reported by Jenny Brundine. The judges wrote, excellent insight on a subject that could ruin someone's life and is easily and too often abused.
But then Reggie Shaw came to the mic and everyone was silent.
The lady that just spoke mentioned of an accident caused in September 2006. I was the one driving the car, texting.
For best use of sound in a radio story,
if you go up there might be people skinny dipping.
First place goes to Dan Bomas for Utah Waterfalls.
As we get closer, the trail gets a little steeper and narrower, and we get our first glimpse of the falls through the trees.